In this video, I will show you how I created this Speaking Animals Gatefold card using the elements from the Hero Arts My Monthly Hero November 2023 kit. And at the end of the video tutorial, I'll show you how you can use alternatives in your stash in case you're not a subscriber to the kit. Hi, this is Anna from Crafty Anna Studio. Welcome to my YouTube channel where I post card making and paper crafting tutorials. But first, let's take a look at this month's kit. Both the classic and the premium kits come in this zippered pouch. But first, let's take a look at the contents of the classic kit. The highlight of the kit is a 6x8 mail art clear stamp set, which comes with 28 coordinating dies that cut out the sentiments as well. And it also includes 2 postage frame fancy dies. The classic kit also includes 27 assorted envelopes in red, craft, and white. We have the A7, A2, and A1 sizes. There is also 10 sheets of 6x6 blank washi sticker paper, 1 sheet of 6x8 hero transfers with sentiments, and 4 wax seal stickers which you can use on your cards or to seal an envelope. The premium kit includes everything from the classic kit and some additional elements. We have the Peking Critters clear stamp set, which is 3x4. I'll be using this for the card later on. Then we have 2 ink cubes, Pool Party reactive inks, and mist core ink. There is also 2 sheets of hero transfers, also a 6x8 set. And last but certainly not least, 2 coloring layer snowflake stencils. This size is 5 1/4 by 6 1/2. And of course, each kit comes with an inspiration card which lists all the contents of the kit at the back. Here's the card we will make today. It's a gatefold card, and when you open it and close it, it looks like animals are peeking out from inside a door. First, I'll create a background using the washi sheets in the kit. I brought out the Misty stamping platform and removed the rubber insert. I'll take 1 sheet from the washi sheet from the kit, and then I'll add temporary adhesive in the back before placing it down on the Misty. Then I took the Hero Arts Candy Canes Cling Stamp Set, removed the acetate backer sheet, then placed it down on the washi sheet and closed the door of the Misty to pick up the stamp. I'm using a Catherine Pooler Cranberry Fizz ink to ink up the stamp. This is a really nice red ink, which actually I got free on scrapbook.com. I closed the door of the Misty, then used the pressure tool to distribute the ink evenly across the washi sheet. I thought this made a good transfer, but I wanted the ink to be a little darker, so I inked up the stamp once again and re-stamped the image. In case you're wondering what this pressure tool I am using, it's actually a cover of a candle. I just added felt at the base to make it slide across the Misty cover quite easily. And there, I think it looks really good. So I peel it off very gently, just making sure I don't smear the ink, and I will set it aside to dry. Now there's a lot of ink left in the stamp, so I didn't want that to go to waste, so I got a piece of watercolor paper and I added washi tape at the top and bottom just to keep it in place. Then I took a spray bottle with water and gave it a gentle mist all around just to reactivate the inks. Then I closed the door on the Misty and gave it a good hard press. Here you can see how much ink was left over. And now I can use this for another project. Now to make the base of the Gatefold card. I took an 8.5 by 11 sheet of heavyweight white cardstock and cut it in half at 5.5. Then I took a scoring board and I will score this each sheet at 4.25. I used the edge of my scoring tool to make sure that the folds lined up properly. So now I have two side folding note cards. So this is how I will assemble the card later on. This is actually like a tri-fold card, but I will cut it in the middle, as you will see later, to make it a gatefold card. But first I'll trim one side of each base, just a little less than 1/8 of an inch. Doing this will enable the cards to fit a little bit better. Then I will take one of the side fold cards and with my T ruler, I will mark it across at 2 1/8, which is actually half of 4.25. And then with the T ruler, I will draw a line from top to bottom using the halfway mark. Then I'll do the same for the other card base. And now it's time for some stamping. I bring out my Mini Misty. This one has a waffle flower grip mat. This grip mat is made out of photopolymer, the same material in clear stamps. And this will grip the paper without the use for magnets. I place the polar bear stamp right in the middle where the line is, leaving some space at the top and the bottom for the two other critters. I'll be using Hero Art's intensified black ink. This ink is alcohol ink friendly, as I will be using some alcohol ink markers to color in the critters. After stamping out the bear, I will take the other card base. This time the opening is on the left side. I'll place it down on the stamping mat. Then I will just tape it temporarily with washi on top just to prevent it from opening. I took the two other critters. I think this one is a raccoon. Yeah. And then I'll take another one, which is the penguin, and I will place them at the top and at the bottom respectively. Also aligning it on the line in the middle of the card. Then I will ink it up using intensified black ink. So now we have two card bases with openings opposite of each other. I will use scissors to cut the line that I made right in the middle, but stopping just short of the image. I'll do the same at the top. I will fussy cut these images off camera, as these are actually very simple to do. After fussy cutting, this is what it looks like. Before I adhere these together, let's work on the background. So I took the washi sheet that I had stamped out earlier, and I'm going to cut it in half at 3 inches. Then I'm going to peel it off and adhere it on one side of the panel, just in the area where the bear is peeking out. These washi tapes are fairly easy to put down. I am just being very careful because I don't want to smear the ink. It's probably dry, but just in case, I'm just tapping it very gently and easing it in. So now, I will take my big scissors and cut around it. I leave a little allowance on the side so that I can fold it in. This gives it a cleaner look. But at the top, I will trim it flushed to the card base. Then I will do the same on the other side. In case you're having some difficulty peeling off the backing paper, what I do is I just pinch it several times at the corner with a sharp object, and in this case my nail, until it peels off, and then I take the corner and then peel off the whole sheet. Off camera, I did stamp the sentiment using this speech bubble in the set and just changing up the sentiment inside. Now it's time to color. This time I'm going to leave in the coloring just so you can see. I'm using Ohuhu markers. These are alcohol-based markers similar to Copics, but at a very reasonable price. So I will list the numbers above just in case you have these in your stash. I'm not going to do any fancy coloring here, so I'm going to set this to music and you can watch how I color in all the images in this card. I hope you enjoyed my coloring. I also colored the speech bubble off camera and added highlights. Now that the coloring is done, I can now assemble the card. I turned over the left panel and added a generous amount of glue all over the back. Then I turned it over and aligned it with the right panel. Then I closed both sides just to make sure there was nothing hanging off at the top or at the bottom. I like using liquid glue for this so that it gives me enough wiggle room to make sure things are aligned properly. Off camera, I cut 2 pieces of 1/8 inch strips. This will be for the border of the door. I squeezed out a thin line of glue right at the very edge. I placed a thin strip gently on top, making sure it's flushed with the edge of the card. Then I did the same for the other side. If you're enjoying the video so far, I would really love it if you would hit the like button. And if you haven't subscribed, please hit the subscribe button as well. It would really help me out. I'm hoping to get to 1,000 subscribers, and with your support, I'm hoping I can get there before the end of the year. Next, I trimmed off the excess hanging off the sides. Off camera, I cut out a 1/8 of an inch frame using one of the infinity dies from Here Arts. So to do this, I added a thin strip of glue at the top, sides, and at the bottom. Then I will adhere the frame right on top. Then I'll use scissors to cut it in the middle. Then I will do the same for the other side using the other half of the frame. Now it wouldn't look like a door without the doorknobs, so what I do is I get a puncher and punch out little round circles. Then I use a white gel pen to draw in some highlights. Then I will add dimensional tape at the back of the sentiment and add it on the card. I will put it right next to the bear, so it will look like he's saying Happy Holidays. I punched out 2 more little circles, and I will add it to one of the doorknobs to create extra dimension. I will adhere this doorknob on the left side, and the other doorknob will be placed on the right. If you are interested in any of the supplies I've used so far, I will have it on my blog post, which is linked in the description box below. But please stay tuned. I have another card inspiration at the end of the video where I show how you can use stamps that you probably have in your stash. Here's another look at the 2 cards that I had made. You can actually write your message inside this Gatefold card. Here's the other one I made. I splattered white paint to make it look like snow, and I also stamped out the sentiment in red. And here's the other card. I used images in this Merry Snowman stamp set. This is a 4 1/4 by 4 1/4 square card. I stamped the snowman with his body halfway on one side. Then I added pattern paper and white heat embossed the sentiment on red cardstock. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time, bye!